Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. This video comes to you from a farm located in western Kentucky where a 22-foot wide, 11 shank CASE IH 875 Ecolo-Tiger disc gripper is working on tillage, breaking up compaction, and burying residue. In this video, I would like to share with you the implement's capabilities, production history, specifications, and list price tag, as well as taking viewers for a ride in the cab of the tractor to visit with a farmer. But first, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear all this big tillage action. This field had winter wheat planted on it in June, and then a second crop of soybeans planted on it right behind the combines as they harvested the wheat. So you've got the wheat stubble down here, the residue from the beans, even a little corn stubble from past years, and a lot of compaction from the carts and combines. So this 875 disc gripper is doing a nice job in mitigating that residue. This is irrigated ground, so there's a lot more residue out here. And it's also breaking up that compaction from all the traffic. The chopping reel is doing a nice job knocking down the clods, and we can take a look at the soil here. It's breaking it up, mixing this residue in. You might have noticed the disc blades are not all the way engaged because it's not a thick residue like corn that needs to be sliced up, but doing a good job in incorporating it and leaving the seedbed ready for corn planting next spring. This area here, right up along the driveway, shows the compaction that happens with all the truck traffic, tractors, planters, combines, and carts and sprayers. So the 875 is doing a nice job pulling through what's basically concrete. The 875 disc gripper is available from CASE IH in 4 different sizes, ranging from 14 to 26 feet, equipped with 7, 9, 11, and 13 shanks. The 875 was new for model year 2014 and remains a current product in 2023. It's manufactured in Goodfield, Illinois. The 875 requires 18 to 20 horsepower per operating foot and 35 to 40 PTO horsepower per shank. Customers can order it as a shear bolt or auto reset model. It's equipped with 24-inch cutting blades and has a recommended operating speed of 5 to 7 miles per hour. The 22-foot wide 11 shank disc gripper that you see operating in this video has a transport width of 16 feet 9 inches. It weighs in at 25,220 pounds, and according to CaseIH.com, for model year 2023, the 11 shank 875 has a list price of $204,078. I'm up in the cab of the CASE IH 715 Quadtrac, and it really has a nice layout. Very quiet, roomy cab. The 1200 display is very nice, just like an iPad. Everything's right there at the touch of a button. We're running at about 6.5 miles per hour here with a tractor. Nice smooth ride with a CASE IH 875 disc gripper. And we can see it working back there, getting the field ready to plant corn next spring. It's doing a nice job breaking up that compaction and mixing the residue to help decay. As we look around the tractor, it has a really nice entertainment center up here on the roof. Speakers, we can see an entire bank of air conditioners, which will be really nice in the summer and the spring. And then you have a 2-stage mirror where you can see the 875 back there as well as the tracks of the tractor. Now, a lot of people always are interested in this large muffler that CASE IH has on the Steiger tractors. While it looks big out in the field on the ground, when you're up in the cab, it doesn't block your visibility whatsoever. You've got a good view of the passes here, and from the farmer's perspective, it's not any wider than the cab post. Here we can see one of the pivot tracks out in the field, and that adds a lot of compaction and roughness to the field, and this 875 running at 14 inches deep will break that up and smooth it out. That way there'll be a nice smooth run for the corn planter next spring. Compaction is always an issue, and here we can see the tractors coming through some hard ground, and that really puts it to the test as far as its engine power outlet. And this is where that power boost comes when we talk about working through tough field conditions. Jake, thank you for having me out to the farm today. It was great to visit with your dad in the 715 Quadtrac with an 875 ripper. And typically here in Western Kentucky, farms inline rip, you're running a CASE IH 2500 right here. Yes, over some cover crop ground and breaking up that compaction. What was your thoughts on the 875? It's been a long time since we've seen that kind of a ripper.
Yeah, it's definitely a one-pass tool if you're looking to bury residue, fix compaction, and even fix some ruts or any kind of ditch or something that was cut in the fall. It does it all one pass, and it does it well. Growing up, my dad and grandfather pulled the DMI version of that, which was blue, and some things have changed on it and some haven't, but the finesse of that tool is incredible.
Got to see it working on the headlands, yeah. And it was cruising right through it.
It's bad to the bone.
So I imagine you like the hydraulics, being able to adjust your disc blades and your chopping reel in the back and do everything on the go.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything. You can control, I don't know that there's nothing you can't control from the cab of the tractor. Every function on it.
Speaking of the tractor, what did you think of the 715? You run a 620 here on the farm. Did you find it had more capability?
Yeah, a lot more technology in it. Obviously the appearance of it is a lot different. The hood is large, to say the least. But actually running the tractor, I talked with my dad about it. We think after an hour or two in the tractor, you really get the feel of the older Quadtrac. There's a lot of difference, but then again, it still feels like that same old tractor that, you know, what they've made for years and what's works, and it's a lot of similarities with new technology and some good updates.
Do you feel like you get more ground covered with that added horsepower per hour?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think you could. When I ran it, we were throttling it back 1,600, 1,500 RPMs. You couldn't even tell it was back there, really. You know, in a normal pull. Now on a big red hill or something, it would know it was back there. But you know, the horsepower it's there.
That's the one thing about this part of Kentucky. There's a lot of red clay, and people will say, well, why don't you have a 60-foot chisel plow back there at 715 horse? But
yeah,
it's 11 shanks going 14 inches deep. It knows it's there.
Yeah, it's the tractor. It's awesome.
I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this CASE IH 875 disc gripper and 715 Quadtrac tractor. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video, if you complete fall tillage on your farm, tell me about the tractor and implement that you're operating. If you've appreciated this presentation, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you would like to see additional content featuring big tractors and tillage implements, continue to watch for a few more seconds to the end screen for a direct link to 2 more Big Tractor Power YouTube videos. As always, thank you for watching.